Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping straight into something that sounds pretty complex, but maybe isn't. Commercial AV control systems.
Yeah, specifically this one system, the WolfPadLite Infinity cable box tablet TV control system. Quite a name.
It really is. And our mission today is figuring out how this thing handles, potentially 16 inputs and 36 TVs.
While claiming, and this is the kicker, no programming knowledge is required. That's a bold claim in this space.
Right. And the target user they mention, it's not AV techs, it's waitresses, bartenders, DJs, hostesses, people who just need to change the channel.
Which tells you a lot right there.
Yeah.
It's designed to solve that classic problem, the frustration of changing Infinity Box channels with the remote controls, but using a tablet instead.
And maybe the most surprising part, the price. We looked it up. Today's price is $1,250.
Okay, yeah, that price for that capacity.
Yeah.
It definitely gets your attention. How are they doing that?
Exactly. That's what we need to unpack. So first up, who is this really for? The documentation is clear. Sports bars, restaurants, casinos, gyms, country clubs.
Places with lots of TVs, basically. And the key requirement, as you said, is for users without technical chops. They even sell it as the solution so the owner will never be called at home and asked how you control the matrix.
Huh. Yeah, I can see the appeal there. They even mention improving employee morale by making it easier.
Which makes sense. If the staff aren't fighting the tech, things run smoother.
So what are the core promises? Functionally, what does it do?
Two main things. First, the any in to any out. That's the matrix part.
Right. Sending video from, say, up to 16 Infinity receivers to any of those 36 TVs. Standard stuff for a matrix, but important.
Correct. That handles the routing. But the second promise is the one that really changes the game for the staff.
The remote channel change.
Exactly. Changing channels on the tablet without needing the physical remote for the box back in the rack. That's the convenience factor.
And tied to that low price, they make a big deal about the financial side,
Right,
too.
yeah. No monthly or yearly fees.
Yeah.
And no license or subscription fees.
Which is pretty unusual for control systems, right? They usually have ongoing costs.
Totally. They were positioning it as a one-time buy. Plus, free shipping, free 60-day returns. It feels more like buying, I don't know, a consumer product almost. Low risk.
Okay, but that no programming knowledge required claim for something routing potentially 16 by 36, it still feels like there's a catch. This can't just be an app, can it?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
There has to be hardware making the connection between the simple tablet tap and the complex switching and channel commands.
So what is that hardware? What's the hidden engine here?
This is where it gets really interesting, and where that price point starts to make sense. They provide a few key things.
Okay.
First, their proprietary control code. That's their software magic. Then a cloud-based customizer tool to set up the interface. And IR cables, up to 16 of them.
IR cables, so infrared control for the cable boxes.
Simulating the original remote control signals. Old school, but reliable.
Okay, but what's the controller? What's running the code and sending the IR signals?
Get this. It's a modified, pre-owned Crestron rack mount controller.
Wait, pre-owned Crestron, like used professional gear?
Exactly. They even highlight it, saying Crestron is American-built and are made to last. They're using established, durable hardware.
Wow. Okay, so they're basically taking high-end, maybe older, but still functional pro gear.
That's already depreciated significantly.
And putting their simple, modern software layer on top of it. That's clever.
It is. They explicitly say this achieves a dramatic lowering of cost compared to competing systems that cost as high as $10,000.
So you're paying for the custom software and the integration service, essentially running on reliable secondhand brains.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And that Crestron controller, even pre-owned, comes with a 5-year warranty from them, which is significant.
That's a good warranty. So just to be crystal clear, what doesn't the $1,250 get you? What does the bar owner still need to buy?
Right. You need the actual HDMI matrix switch itself, the mentioned compatibility with Wolfpack switches specifically. That does the heavy video lifting.
Okay, the matrix switch. What else?
The source devices, of course, your Comcast or Infinity boxes, DirecTV receivers, whatever.
Yeah.
And the TVs.
And the tablet.
And the tablet, yeah. Though they say it supports lots of kinds. iPad, Fire, Samsung, Android. So flexibility there.
And physically, the controller they provide, how much space?
Just 3U in the rack, plus the AC adapter.
Yeah.
Relatively compact.
Okay, so that's the tech blend. Proprietary app, cloud setup, pre-owned pro controller, and IR cables. Fascinating mix.
It really is. Now, the million-dollar question, or maybe the $1,250 question, is how does it feel to use Does the workflow live up to that simplicity promise?
Yeah, let's walk through it. A bartender needs to change ESPN on TV5 to the game on receiver 3. What do they do on the tablet?
Okay, so you're looking at the app screen.
Yeah.
First, you find the button for receiver 3, maybe labeled game feed or whatever.
Mhm.
You tap it.
Oh, okay.
That button turns gray, visually confirming your selection. And the name, game feed, pops up at the top so you know what source you've got active.
Makes sense. Visual feedback.
Then, you look over to the list of TVs on the right side of the screen. The buttons for TVs currently connected to something will already be gray.
Okay.
You find the button for TV5, you tap it. Boom. TV5 is now showing receiver 3.
Simple enough. Click source, click destination.
Exactly. But here's a really smart touch. Something crucial for a busy environment.
What's that?
The undo function. Let's say you accidentally tapped TV6 instead of TV5.
Uh-oh. Wrong game goes off. Customers yell.
Right. But if you just tap that now gray TV6 button again,
What happens?
it instantly reverts to whatever source it was showing before you tapped it.
Oh, that's good. Like an instant oops button.
Precisely. No digging through menus, no trying to remember what was on before.
Yeah.
Just tap again to undo. It's designed for speed and error correction.
That seems genuinely useful in a loud, busy bar. And changing the channel on receiver 3.
That's handled by buttons on the left side of the app screen. They look and work, as the source says, exactly like the buttons on your original Spectrum Box remote.
So channel up, down, numbers, guide, all virtualized on the tablet.
Yep. You select the source, then use those virtual remote buttons to control it via the IR connection. No need to touch the physical remote ever again.
Okay, operationally, that sounds pretty straightforward. What about the setup and some of the, maybe, limitations? Multiple tablets, for instance. Can everyone use it at once?
Ah, good question. This is a key point. It's specified as a single-user system.
Meaning?
Meaning, if one bartender is actively making changes and another one tries to do something else simultaneously on a different tablet, they can interfere with each other. One command might override the other.
Okay. So for a really big venue, that might be a bottleneck?
It could be. However, they do mention that other remote users can see what the active user is doing on their own screens.
Ah, so you get a visual cue, like, okay, someone's already changing things, I'll wait.
Exactly. It mitigates the issue somewhat,
Yeah.
but it's not true multi-user simultaneous control.
Gotcha. And network. Does this need its own special, secure network for the controller? That often adds cost and complexity?
Surprisingly, no. The documentation says the guest Wi-Fi system is fine, or just any existing Wi-Fi network.
Really? That's simple.
Apparently so. The tablet just needs to be on the same network as the Crestron processor to talk to it. That definitely simplifies installation.
Okay, that is simpler. But back to the setup, you said no programming knowledge, but someone has to configure it initially, right? What info do they need from the client?
Yes, there's customization involved. The provider needs basically two things from the venue. First, the labels for each input. Receiver 1, ESPN, Receiver 2, CNN, whatever makes sense for the staff.
Okay, labels. Makes sense for the app interface.
And second, the specific model numbers for the IR components, the exact model of each Xfinity box, DirecTV box, etc.
Why the exact model?
Because different boxes use different infrared codes. They need the model number to load the correct IR command set into the system for each source device.
Right, so no coding, but you need to provide accurate information about your setup.
Fair enough.
How does that custom program actually get onto the system?
It depends a bit on the system size. For smaller setups, maybe just one page on the app, the program actually lives inside that Crestron CP2E processor.
Okay.
And when you install their app on your tablet and connect, it just pulls the program down from the processor automatically.
And for bigger systems, multiple pages on the app.
Those apparently require remote loading via their cloud customizer tool, which the supplier manages.
And the very initial setup, getting the app on the tablet the first time, does the bar owner do that?
Usually not, it seems. While they say remote setup is an option you can purchase, the typical process described involves the client sending their iPads in to the representative.
Physically mailing them in.
Yeah. They set it up, load the configuration, test it, and send it back. It ensures that first-time connection works perfectly and maintains that no programming experience for the end user.
Okay, that makes sense from a support perspective. Smooth onboarding.
Definitely.
So let's try and wrap this up. If we summarize the whole WolfPadLite proposition, what is it really?
It's essentially a clever workaround. It delivers professional-level AV matrix control capacity.
The 16x36 routing? The any in to any out?
Right. But it achieves a dramatically lower price point by sidestepping expensive new proprietary hardware.
Instead, using reliable but pre-owned professional gear, the Crestron controller.
Exactly. And focusing their value add on the simplified software layer, the easy tablet interface, the IR control simulation, and the initial customization.
Plus, the no ongoing fees model makes the total cost of ownership very predictable.
It's a really interesting example of leveraging legacy technology depreciated assets to disrupt a market typically defined by high costs and specialized programming. The core value is translating complex routing and source control into a dead simple interface for non-tech users.
And thinking bigger picture, this system supports Xfinity, but also DHH, DirecTV.
Yeah.
Seems pretty versatile. Does this signal a broader trend? Are we seeing the end of super expensive, custom-coded AV installs for many places?
That's the really provocative question, isn't it?
Could these kinds of simplified, app-driven retrofit solutions built on robust secondhand tech start replacing traditional systems in many bars, restaurants, gyms? It makes you think about where the real value lies in the brand new hardware or in clever, usable software running on something proven.
Something definitely worth pondering, especially for anyone planning a commercial AV setup.
Yeah.
Is good enough control on reliable, older hardware at a fraction of the price the future for a lot of venues?
Food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.